Hello, my name is Jermaine Wong. I am the first elder at Kennington Community Fellowship Church, and I am the CEO of Final Call Productions Film and Theatre Company, and overall I'm a storyteller.
And there was war.
Choose life, death.
Choose.
Blessing, cursing.
Choose. Whose side will you choose?
Choose life.
Whose side will you choose?
It started off with Back to the Future. I say this every time. Back to the Future was the first film I remember watching, and I knew at the end credits that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be involved in drama, performing arts. In fact, I wanted to be Marty McFly for the longest time. But I knew from round about 5, 6 that this is exactly what I wanted to do. And in hindsight, as I'm older now, I realized what it was that attracted me so much was the story. Storytelling permeates pretty much everything that I do. It's what keeps me awake during sermons, when sermons are dry sometimes. Sorry, I'm not trying to get on any pastors, but there's some sermons that it's just facts upon facts. And sometimes I only come alive when the pastor starts telling a personal story or starts telling an experience. Then all of a sudden I'm awake and I'm alive. And I've always wondered, what's that about? And it's the same with films, it's the same with music, it's the same with spoken word, it's the same with writing. Storytelling kind of permeates everything that I do, and I think it's stories that kind of bypass the nonsense and touch your heart and move people to positive action. So yeah, I'm a storyteller. I use spoken word, I use filmmaking, I use script writing, I use acting, drama, teaching. I use everything that I do. I use storytelling in order to bring a message across and to touch people's hearts, move people emotionally, and try to move them towards a relationship with Christ. So the first real Final Call Productions I did was a one-act play we did at our church, Kennington Community Fellowship. And the reason why we did that, because I had been the head of drama at my school and putting on plays every year, 2 plays every year at my school, whole school productions. And I just remember thinking I wasn't going to go back to school unless I was doing some type of a drama. So now that I was back at school and I was living the dream, and I thought, you know what? I'm doing this at school 2 times a year. I must be able to do this outside I must be able to use these skills that I'm using at school to do something for my church or to do something that I really want to do. So I just decided, I said, church, I'm going to put on a play. It's a one-act play, but we're going to sell tickets and we're going to do it for an evening program. What do you think? And it was just like, yes. And we put it on, and I just used the same skill set that I gathered at school, same equipment. I called in the same resources, and we put on the play and we sold out. I mean, it was a one-act play, and it was in a church hall, but we had about 300 seats in the church hall, and we did what we could. I would hate to let you see the trailer that we used. I mean, compare that trailer to the trailers that we have now. Oh my God, I look at it and I'm just like, how did we ever get away with that? But because we were so excited about doing something for God, we just, any resources that we had, we just put it out there. And we put on a play at Kennington, and it was amazing. I'm working on And There Was War right now. It's going to be here on it's going to be at the Broadway Theatre, the 14th of December, 2019. And people cannot miss this play. You just cannot miss this play. You cannot miss this play. This play is the most significant play in the world. It's going to be the most significant play in the world. In a period where you go into theatre and you're seeing pantomimes about Beauty and the Beast, you're seeing pantomimes about Pinocchio, you're seeing pantomimes about Jack and the Beanstalk. But in the Christmas season, you're not hearing anything about Christ or anything, not a powerful story about Christ and his plan of salvation in the light of Revelation 12. You cannot miss this play. You cannot miss this play. It's got, not even saying it's got everything, It's got everything that a theatre goer would want, but it's got that, and it's induced, it's cracked up with power. Life-changing power. The times when we put this play on, we've had people come back and say, with tears in their eyes. I've had mothers come back to me with tears in their eyes, and they've said, you don't know what this play has done for my family right now and this period. I've had 9-year-olds coming back and say, I want to be baptized. I've had parents coming back and saying, my children are engaged in Bible study because of your play, and they're referencing your play. The play is powerful. It's powerful, and I'm not just saying that because I wrote it. The play is inspired, it's based off of the great controversy. It talks about the plan of salvation, and it presents Jesus and his plan in a way that many people do not understand, haven't contemplated, and it presents it in a way, in a story where you're not skeptical, your mind is just open. Your mind is just open, and you received it and you realize, wow, this is what Christ has done for me. How can I not love this guy? This is what he's done for me. But you understand it. It presents both arguments. It's not just a glorified sermon. It presents both powerful arguments for why we're in the mess that we're in, and it presents the argument and it presents the solution. You cannot miss this play. You cannot miss And There Was War at the Broadway Theatre, 14th of December. You cannot miss it. We have the content. We have the ingredients, but we need the resources to bake this thing, to cook this thing. So yes, we need camera equipment. We need people who are interested in storytelling. We need writers who are passionate about telling the story of Christ. We need sponsors. We need people who believe in a project, who want to spend money on a project that's worthwhile, that's going to change people's life. And we need them to open up their pockets, and we need them to feed into the ministry. That's exactly what we need. We have a Patreon page, and we have GoFundMe page. We've got all of those stuff in place for people to just pour in and pour in and pour in. Our handles are Final Call Productions. Our website is finalcallproductions.com. Twitter @afinalcall. Insta Final Call Productions. YouTube Final Call Productions. Everything is Final Call Productions. You type in finalcallproductions.com or Final Call Productions, all our handles will come up.